Dear students, in third B.Sc, there are 4 papers in 5th semester. The 4th paper is Mushroom Culture Technology. So, in this semester, this is very important paper, Mushroom Culture Technology. So, in this paper, we have 5 units. So, those units, syllabus, and what are the topics, subtopics in the syllabus, I have to give a brief idea about the syllabus of mushroom culture and technology. The first unit of the mushroom culture and technology paper is Introduction and the Values of Mushroom. So, what are mushrooms? How it can grow the mushrooms? The brief account of the life cycle of the mushrooms, historical account, scope of the mushrooms, scope of the mushroom cultivation. So, what are the different types of mushrooms or edible mushrooms? There are different types of poisonous mushrooms also there. What are the poisonous mushrooms? We have to study it in this first subunit of Introduction and Values of Mushrooms unit. Next one, second topic is morphological features of edible mushrooms. So there are different types of edible mushrooms we have to study it in our paper. That is, the first mushroom, very important edible mushroom is button mushroom. Button mushroom, the scientific name is the Agaricus bisporus. It is widely cultivated mushrooms not only in India but also in the world. Next mushroom, milky mushroom. The scientific name of the milky mushroom is the Calocybe indica. Calocybe indica is called as commonly milky mushrooms. So these are look like white, pure white in color. That's why the mushrooms are called as milky mushrooms. Calocybe indica, the scientific name. And the third edible mushroom is oyster mushroom. The shape of the oyster mushroom is look like oyster. That's why we are called as the oyster mushroom. The scientific name of the oyster mushroom is Pleurotus shajarkazu. Pleurotus shajarkazu. Right. Okay. The very important mushroom, that is padistra mushroom. The padistra mushroom, the scientific name is Wolveriella wolvaceae. Wolveriella wolvaceae, padistra mushroom. It can grow by the paddy straws. It can grow on paddy straw as the medium. That's why the mushroom is called as padistra mushroom. So this is the second subunit of the unit 1. Third subunit, very important, nutraceutical and medicinal values of mushrooms. So nutraceutical values and mushrooms, medicinal values in South India. Particularly in South India, we can grow as edible mushrooms. There are different types of mushrooms. Gonoderma lucidum, it is very important, widely cultivating in South India. It's a medicinal mushroom. Next one, Felinus rimosus. This is also very important mushroom. Third one is Pleurotus florida. This is also medicinal mushroom, widely cultivated in South India, particularly Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka. Next, so these are the mushrooms widely used in. Next one is, what are the therapeutic values? What are the medicinal values of mushrooms we have to study? Next one is the poisonous mushrooms. Is there any poisonous mushrooms in the nature? Yeah, there are number of poisonous mushrooms in the nature. If we can eat the poisonous mushroom, maybe going to the death of the living beings. So there are some poisonous mushrooms. What are they? How can we identify the poisonous mushrooms? These are all aspects we have to discuss in the poisonous mushrooms topic. So that is about the first unit. Coming to the second unit is the basic requirements of cultivation system. Yeah. So what are the requirements for the cultivation of the mushrooms? The main requirements are there are different types of units are there. In a small unit, in a small village, we can establish in a room a small village unit. In a small room, we can establish the button mushroom cultivation with a span of 3 lakhs to 4 lakhs of the advance payment. So, a small village unit and there are large commercial unit. In this, nearly 20 to 30 lakhs of investment, they can establish the long shades, all the culture room, all the facilities in the that is the second one, the commercial unit. Yeah, we can discuss what are the layout of the mushroom farm, location of building plot, how to design the farm, the bulk chamber, composting method for the cultivation of mushrooms, the requirement of equipment for the cultivation of mushrooms, what are the facilities for the cultivation of mushrooms, what is the method to overcome the contamination, that is the pasteurization room and growing rooms. So these are the physical facilities to grow the mushroom. So small unit as well as a large unit. Next one, compost and composting. So while we are growing the mushrooms, we need the compost. We need the nutrients for the growing of the mushrooms. So that is nothing but compost. What is compost? Composting, definition, machinery required for the compost making. What are the material for the compost preparation? The compost is used for the growing of the mushrooms. Next one is methods of composting. Yeah, there are different types of methods in the composting. That is long method and composting, short method of composting. So based on the duration period, we can make the compost for the mushroom cultivation. If the time is prolonged, maybe 3 months, 4 months, that is called as long method of composting. If the term is 15 to 20 days of the preparing of the compost, that is called as short method. Next one, the next unit is the spanning and casing. You know, span, it is nothing but the seed of mushrooms. Span means the seed of mushrooms. Span and spanning. What is span? What is spanning? The definition. What are the facilities required for the span preparation? Preparation of span substrate. How to make the mushroom seed. Okay, the preparation of the pure culture, media used for the raising pure culture maintenance storage of the span. You know, mushroom is a fungi. It's a microorganism. So, while we are preparing the span, we have to culture in a petri dish the mushrooms fungi, spores. That is called as, it is nothing but the pure culture. How to grow the pure culture in the laboratory? What are the requirements? What are the nutrients for the culture? These are all the techniques discussed in the preparation of pure culture. Next one is casing. So what is meant by casing? This is a fungi. We have to add the supporting material for this fungi. For example, generally we are using the wheat, the jowar seeds for the preparation of casing technique. So the casing, what is meant by casing? Definition, importance of the casing mixture, quality parameters of the casing soil, and different. So here we need a different requirements for growing mushrooms. We need the casing mixture. Yeah. Next one is the fourth unit, mushroom cultivation. Yeah. In this unit, how to cultivate the mushrooms in a small quantity or the large quantity. We need some raw materials. Already you know, compost, spanning, casing, cropping. This is the method of the mushroom cultivation. While growing the mushrooms, we may face some pests or attack to the mushrooms. some diseases attack to the mushrooms. How to overcome this pest, that is called as pest management, and the pickling, pest, and how to overcome the diseases. So these are the methods. Sometimes weed molds are grown in the mushroom cultivation. Yeah, next we have to study the management practices also. Okay, that is packing and picking of the mushrooms. You know, after growing, after culture of mushrooms, how to pick the mushrooms and how to pack the mushrooms. There are different types of edible mushrooms, you know, padistra mushroom, button mushroom, and also milky mushroom. These are all the different varieties of the mushrooms we can grow in India, particularly in the South India. Yeah. How to picking and packing, the procedure of separately we have to study how to pick the button mushrooms, how to pack, this is separate methodology. How to pick the oyster mushroom, pack the oyster mushroom, this is separate methodology. How to pick the milky mushroom, pack the milky mushroom. How to pick the paddy mushroom and pack mushroom. So there are different methods to pick. For example, button mushroom, we have to touch and spin and pick the mushroom. So these are the methods. Last unit, that is post-harvesting technology. Post-harvesting technology means after the cultivation of mushrooms, we have to need for the cultivation. We will discuss now. Okay. Shelf life of mushrooms. How many days we can preserve? Preservation of mushrooms, freezing, drying, and canning. Quality assurance and entrepreneurship. Economic of different types of mushrooms, value added products. Based on the this we can prepare the pickles, mushroom pickle, mushroom samosa, mushroom omelette, and mushroom pizza. These are the different value added products. Okay, mushroom soup. So these are all the value added products. We have to discuss all these things. And last one is management of spent substrate and waste disposal of various mushrooms. So after the cultivation, sometimes we may the waste material can be found in the mushroom seeds. How to manage the practices, all those things we have to discuss in the fifth unit. So this is about the syllabus of the mushroom cultivation paper. This is the fourth paper in fifth semester, the mushroom cultivation technology. Okay.